Greetings and welcome to today's Castle and Coyote video. Each day this week leading up to my book launch, I'm posting a new video related to it. Feel the hype! I'm so excited! Anywho, today's video is all about one of my favorite things, mythology. I'm obsessive about it, always have been. So thank you for showing up and letting me throw my knowledge at your gorgeous face. Mythology, as it relates to the humanities, is kind of my focus. Cultures are heavily influenced by their various belief systems. At the core of these complex systems are the personifications, the larger-than-life deified embodiments of humanity. The gods. I also like mythical creatures and locations and everything. Yes, dragons! But the gods are the most fascinating to me. They are at the epicenter of that religion or that faith, and everything else about that faith is colored by those deities. In Castle and Coyote, I included a whole melting pot of various mythologies and cultures because that's the world that I know. But the primary beliefs I focused on were of indigenous origin. So the gods and the realms of various Native American tribes. They're all different and I try to be specific about each deity's origin. For example, Coyote is a really common figure amongst many tribes, but his appearances and his actions and his motivations differ a lot from tribe to tribe. In some, he's an inept joker just causing mayhem randomly and accidentally. In others, he's a little darker, going way out of his way to cause harm. Sometimes catastrophically, but there's a common thread throughout. He's a trickster! My favorite! I love tricksters. Coyote, Raven, Fox, Anansi, Set, Lucifer, Hermes. These characters fascinate me more than any. Tricksters are generally hated because they cause chaos and mayhem and sometimes even harm, and they upset order. People don't like that. In fact, in certain mythologies, tricksters have taken the blame for the very fall of humanity and our separation from the divine. But tricksters aren't all doom and gloom. They're not necessarily villains. They represent knowledge and serve a vital purpose, which is change. Without tricksters, the other gods of these pantheons would stagnate. Humanity would stagnate. In rocking the boat, tricksters teach us things. How to adapt, how to grow, to cope, to evolve, to see things from a new angle and a different light. Without the initial action from the trickster, there would be no reaction from the world. We'd remain static. Their stories are important because they teach us that change, even though it can be uncomfortable or downright bad, can also be necessary or even good. And half the time, tricksters aren't even trying to grant us this wisdom. They're just being themselves, mischievous, naughty, unique. They aren't part of the status quo and they know it. So their favorite thing is forcing others out of the status quo as well, just to see the funny reaction. Tricksters are so layered and so fascinating. I love reading about them, which is why I also love writing about them. So Coyote is my main trickster in this book. Obviously, he's in the title, but he isn't the only one. A few other indigenous tricksters make an appearance, as well as another one from an entirely separate mythology that I can't even mention specifically because spoilers! There's also an appearance by a Greek god, well, a couple of them actually, the old primordial ones. And there's a character with a deep connection to the astral plane and all that entails. And the demons that Sam hunts are of Hindu origin. They're called Rakshasas. They're flesh-eating horrors who in my book follow the command of something else. Spoilers! And all of the baddies in this book are under the employ of something much bigger and badder pulling the strings, and isn't mentioned by name yet, so I'm not going to tell you. So as you can tell, Castle and Coyote is just overflowing with random mythology, though I tried to give it my own spin. Can't go being predictable now, can we? Wink wink. My winks are awkward. And that's a brief overview of the mythologies I pulled from, spoiler-free. If this sounds interesting, mark your calendar on November 13th because that is the day that my book comes out. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel right here and to my newsletter, which I'm linking in the description below, to enter for a free ebook copy of Castle and Coyote. Alrighty, see you tomorrow for the next video. Bye!